Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel here, and it is Tuesday, and that means we're doing a character spotlight. So specifically, we're going to be doing a DC character spotlight. One of a character I know that many people don't know exists because he's just been added to the roster. So apparently this character has been introduced in Dark Crisis Young Justice, officially in Young Justice number 5, although he apparently made a quick appearance at the end of number 4, but we get more about him in number 5. And you're wondering, who the heck is this person? Well, there's spoilers ahead. So I'm just going to go out and say it now, because I've already told you about the spoilers. The character is Mickey Mxyzptlk. Mick Mxyzptlk. Now, for those of you who are not sure who that is, or why that name might sound familiar, it's because Mickey is the son of Mr. Mxyzptlk. Now, that guy, I'm not going to even attempt to say his name again, many of us remember him from the shows and the comics where he's portrayed as this very small man who, excuse me, is from the fifth dimension, who is a huge fan of Superman and has actually gone toe-to-toe against him. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does this have to do with anything? Well, apparently, that guy, the Mister, had his son, Mickey, and Mickey seems very similar to his father because he has trapped the male group of the Teen Titans, or Young Justice, sorry, and brought them back to the 90s and wanted them to relive what he remembers from when they existed at that time. So they brought back villains that they were against in the beginning, which is where the Mighty Endowed came back from. So this particular character, there's very little known about him other than the fact that we know that he is the son of Mr. Mxyzptlk. And if I say his name wrong, oh well. Now, little is known about his son, obviously because he's just been introduced, but he's portraying very similar characteristics of his father and very similar powers to his father. So we're going to talk about his father's power and see if we can kind of find what we're looking for there. So that being said, we're going to keep going and looking at his powers. So his powers are reality warping, immortality, flight and levitation, invisibility, cosmic awareness, images and objects, animation. Basically, he can alter 3D laws in a manner that resembles magic. The ability to break the fourth wall, teleportation, superhuman strength, speed, stamina, reflexes, agility, senses, molecular reconstruction, size manipulation, genius level intellect, dimensional travel, and power manipulation. This guy has gone up against Superman and been able to go toe-to-toe with him without a problem, and is also going against, gone up against the likes of Trigon. I believe he's even gone against Darkseid at one point as well. One of his biggest quirks, I guess the best way to put it, is that the only way in the original, the only way to get him out and defeated, basically, was to get him to say or spell his own name backwards, which supposedly returns him back to the fifth dimension, but only for 90 days. So it's unclear whether or not this is the weakness that his son has, but we're going to have to wait and see because they've just been introduced to this villain, and we're going to have to find out. So basically, this character is created his entire universe just for these three guys, so he can have them be his friend forever. And because he's huge fans of them, he wants to really see what they're capable of, which is where he brings in all their old villains that no longer exist in the DC universe anymore because they either weren't that great or they were just kind of one and done guys. So that's where the Mighty Endowed came back, and they were surprised about that. And now many others have returned as well. And now they know why. And so now their issue is they're going to have to figure out how to defeat this new villain who literally can manipulate reality around them, physics and everything else, defy everything. And will it be that they have to get him to, say or spell his name backwards? I would guess probably yes, but that's not a guarantee. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but overall, I'm actually excited they added a new character. Plus, this guy looks way different from his dad, so he looks like a member of Young Justice. So he looks like he's about 6 feet tall. He has a similar color scheme as his dad. Kind of like the yellow, like so his dad has like the yellow and then the purple shoulders. He's kind of got like the orange jumpsuit with like a purple jacket overall, and then he's got a hat. Like that weird teenager with the hairs like covering one eye. Very, very 90s. But makes sense in the sense of wanting to bring back the 90s. He looks like it, right? So that's a big key there. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how they get around this and how far they go into it. And frankly, adding a brand new character that's never been seen before. I mean, yes, it's very similar to his father, blah blah blah, but realistically, it's still a new take on it, and it'd be interesting to see if he has different weaknesses than his own father as well, or the fact that he knows his weakness and makes sure he doesn't get fooled like his father. So we'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this a character you're excited to see? Are you happy that this is going on? Let me know in the comments below. If there is a character you would like me to do a character spotlight on, please let me know in the comments below. It can be Marvel, it can be DC, it can be Star Wars, it can be anime. I do not care. It can even be a video game character. Please write it in the comments below, and I'll be glad to add it to my list to do in the future. Now, granted, obviously it's every Tuesday, and that's the plan, so it wouldn't hurt to give me some ideas. And obviously, I will not be doing any of them more than once. There are a plethora of characters. I will be fine. But just to make sure that's clear. Now, as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, this is going to be Mxyzptlk signing out. Have a great night.